watching Feast Week, presented by Lowe's. Here in the beautiful Bahamas, some college basketball coming your way from Paradise Island. And here we get ready for our championship game. We spent some time in the pool, on the beach, and now we're ready for some hoops. Welcome to the Bad Boy Mowers Battle for Atlantis. And it is our championship game as the Michigan Wolverines and the Gonzaga Bulldogs square off. Gonzaga 8-0, Michigan 6-0. And welcome courtside, everybody. John Shambi alongside the Hall of Famer Dick Vitale as we get set for this one. I know you're excited. This is like a Final Four, Sweet 16 type matchup.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Great intensity and emotion will be on display. You got two teams, really talented basketball teams. I can't wait. I think it's going to be really exciting, Boo. You and I are going to be stealing money, man, having a blast, and then go to the beach.
No doubt. All right. Now, as far as Gonzaga is concerned, one of the things we've seen, an international flavor for their team. This year is no different. International bigs have been one of the things Mark Few's done.
Yeah, he does a great job internationally. Tommy Lloyd, their assistant, does a phenomenal job with all the contacts he has internationally. Look at some of the greats that played there. Turiev, Olenek. I mean, just unbelievable. The beat goes on and on. I mean, you think about Sabonis, who's so special. Hachimura last year was unbelievable. And now you got Killian Tilly, who can shoot the free ball really well. That's his strength. He didn't shoot it well yesterday, but he is very capable, man, to get on fire. And then inside, little high-low action to his buddy, Mr. Petrusev. He is so effective inside.
All right, on the other side, you get a Michigan Wolverines team with Isaiah Livers, Teskey, and as well Xavier Simpson, who's one of the best point guards out there.
Well, really, they're key for them. Three guys that know a little bit about winning. They've won over 60 games. John Beilein, as it tells, I mean, Juan Howard told me, he said, hey, he developed those guys really well, and I'm so effective now having the opportunity to coach these kids.
Time to check in to the third member of our team, and we say hello to Jimmy Dykes.
Yeah, Boog, in both locker rooms before the ball game, the concern initially for Michigan is the high-low play of Gonzaga. Watch for Michigan early, coach, how they defend that high-low. They will back off some guys when it's high. They will crowd their shooter in the high-low as well, guarding the low block actually with a man and a half. The concern for Gonzaga, the ball screen coverage against Xavier Simpson. They do not want him to get comfortable. They're going to change it up, giving him different looks. Mark Few, very concerned, knows that he's going against one of the premier point guards in all of college ball, coach.
Well, I'll tell you, Jimmy, number one, they better be concerned about Gonzaga's ability also to shoot that three. So they better do some hedging off those screens. And on the inside, Michigan has great size, Boog. That was a factor yesterday against North Carolina.
Gonzaga controls, and we are underway in our championship game. Our starting lineups are presented by Atlantis, Gilder, Woolridge, Petrushev, Kispert, and Tilly. There's Petrushev. Knocks it down. That's not where we saw him do most of his damage the first 2 days. It was more in close range.
Yeah, he really so effective down in a low box. First time I heard about him was last year. They had a scrimmage, a practice game against Michigan State. And Tymezel said, this kid's going to be one heck of a player.
Teskey at a point-blank look, and it rolled out. Gonzaga the other way. Also interested, the Zags are thin right now because of injuries. Had to go to overtime yesterday. You wonder if they'll be a little worn down.
Well, they physically really are hurting. You don't see Watson. He will not play today. Until he's had some problems with his knee.
Petrushev had it knocked down, was able to collect it, and now it's in the hands of Kispert. Fires a three. And he'll get 3 free throws.
You know, coming into the tournament, he was struggling, but he really's been big here in the tournament, and he's going to be a very key player in this game. Especially, this is the first time Tilly's playing back-to-back in terms of really a situation with pressure. And Mark Few told me he's really concerned about his knee and how it progresses.
21st season for Mark Few. And at Gonzaga, he is the best winning percentage among active coaches. I'm not sure what they're checking right here. Early 2-0 Gonzaga on the Petrushev bucket.
I think they're checking basically whether it was a 3. Was it 2 or 3? Yeah, they're checking on that right now to see if he was on the line.
And It will definitely be a three.
Yeah, be a three. You know, Mark Few, we looked at those numbers. I don't think there's any doubt eventually guys like Jay Wright, for example, at Villanova, and Mark Few are going to be enshrined up there at Springfield in the Hall of Fame. He's done an amazing job with the consistency to win on a regular basis. He has played, he's willing to play anybody, any place, anytime, and in the conference he's been a dominator. St. Mary's has been a real force, but bottom line is the Zags have been such a dominator.
So here's Kisper, gets a chance at three. The foul on the freshman Franz Wagner.
They had a great start yesterday early in the game. I believe they were up 17 on Oregon, and Oregon made really a tremendous run. You know, I feel a little bad for Oregon. They played 3 games here. Every game was right to the wire. But that's going to help them in their Pac-12 conference in terms of the competition they're going to face.
Kisper, 17 points in the semifinal win against Oregon. And Corey Bears watching 12 of 16 from the three-point line here in the Bahamas.
Little pressure right here, trying to get the ball out of Simpson's hands. Simpson's such a great facilitator. He really understands good basketball IQ, how to play that point guard slot.
Michigan in the maze, Gonzaga in the black. Brooks goes baseline, trying to find Wagner off his leg, turnover.
One of the great strengths of Gonzaga over the years has been their team defense. And they play such team basketball, very efficient, always looking for one another, very unselfish.
Michigan last year got to the Sweet 16, Gonzaga to the Elite 8. Here's Woolridge now. A little hesitation, probing. And he stepped on the baseline out of bounds, and they turned it over. And a couple of grad transfers in Gilder and Woolridge. Woolridge from North Texas, Gilder from Texas A&M, and they've known each other a long time, played AAU together.
Well, you know, 50-year players like that have become big in college basketball. Gilder had a nice big game when they went to play at Texas A&M.
Teskey working on Tilly. Jump hook, and that'll go.
I'll tell you one thing, Teskey really effective, and he can stretch the defense. As we saw yesterday, Boog, he can make that three-point shot.
Gilder swings Kispert with Wagner on him.
I think Michigan elevates the game when Wagner gets a lot more experience and gets really into the flow of the game. He's very skilled.
Tilly, speaking of skill, the big guy flips it up and ends 6'10" from France.
He didn't play the first game because the knee was all swollen on the flight over here.
Yep.
He's had some knee problems in the past. He's so smooth. Oh, you're right. I think he can flat out shoot the rock.
Gilder flips that up. Petrushev, the put back. That was halfway down and rattled out.
Simpson fouled out yesterday, but they got a great play off the bench from the Julius.
Teskey, you mentioned stretching the D. There he is.
He can do that. Scouting report right on target. See, sometimes we get scouting reports, you can't go always what the coaches say. But that scouting report is accurate.
Kispert inside, and it's blocked by Teskey. And now a loose ball, and it's tracked down there by Gilder, who gets inside but couldn't convert. And it ends up with Brooks. Michigan down by a couple. Eli Brooks off the glass. Petrushev with the board.
You know, Brooks, unsung hero for Michigan. We talk always about the big three, the veterans. Well, Brooks has been really solid. Yesterday hit 4 big threes at 23.
Out of bounds. It was off the leg of Kispert, and it's Michigan basketball.
Take a look right here. They're going to go inside to Mr. Kelly, a little one-on-one. And there's that little jump hook on the baseline. Smooth. And now Mr. Teskey says, anything you can do, I can do better. Because take a look at this, Tilly. I'm going to show I can shoot the three. Not only you, I'm going to show you I can shoot it. Nothing but nylon.
Simpson rattled out.
This is fun, man. Look at the 2 elite programs.
Well, Michigan has turned into one of the top programs in basketball. Petrushev matches Teskey on the other end.
Man, I'll tell you, they developed those players. I remember when I looked at Sabonis, I couldn't believe it. And what a job he's doing in the NBA. Pace is lucky to have him.
Livers collects the loose ball, and now Simpson. And a little sky hook there from Xavier Simpson. A little sky in the court, gets inside and hooks it in.
He was Mr. Basketball in the state of Ohio. How'd the Buckeyes let him get out of that state? How did they let him get away?
Wagner, the freshman, up ahead. Wagner, ball fake, missed it.
Should have dropped the little bounce pass. Had an open guy, didn't see him, should have dropped it. Got to communicate, got to let him know I'm on the right, I'm on the right, I'm on the left.
Petrushchev, left hand, little strong, loose ball. Are they going to go jump ball? They are. Possession arrow belongs to Michigan. Wolverines basketball when we return. Our championship game, and it's Gonzaga by 3 in the early going. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Bad Boy Mowers. Builds a better mower. Mow with an attitude. And Atlantis, Paradise Island. Bahamas at heart. Well, could we be crowning a future national champion? Last couple of years, you go back 2017, Villanova won here, and they won it all. Then last year, it was Virginia over Wisconsin in our championship game, and Tony Bennett's team cut down the nets. Who knows? Maybe one of these two teams could end up winning it all. All right, let's go to Jimmy Dykes.
Yeah, Boog, Juwan Howard was so good in that timeout. You can erase all questions you had about can he handle a big moment, can he not, can he coach at this level. He looked at his guys and he said, hey, it's a big game feel in here. It is a big game. Everybody smile. Everybody breathe. I've been in big games. You've been in big games. We've got this thing. At least half of his huddle was about handling the moment right now. Then he got into his X's and O's, but just calming his team down. Real great eye contact coach with his guys. I've got this. You've got this.
Tell you one thing, Jimmy, 19 years in the NBA certainly will prepare you. He's made the transition well because, as you just said so well, he's a master communicator.
Dick Vitale, you've been doing this a long time. In all your years, though, if you were to rate big buzz creators, the Fab Five would have to be in the top 5 in terms of that group caused so much attention for college basketball.
Oh, absolutely. And there's no doubt about it. They created a certain culture, a certain feeling. I mean, Jalen Rose and certainly Chris Webber and certainly right now Juwan Howard. I think Juwan Howard is so respected by all his peers. You talk to any of them or read any quotes. Take a look at the Fab Five. Jimmy King right there, Mr. Jackson and company. I mean, they were special. I mean, to go to the final games and think about that in a Final Four moment is really special for a bunch of freshmen. It's a great moment for any class. But when you're diaper dandies, man.
Pretty amazing. I'll tell you one of the things when you think about the fashion world in college basketball that they're credited with, and that is dark socks. They were the first group to wear black socks with their uniforms and those long shorts.
Well, I would have broke that whole team up because there's no way Jalen Rose and no way Chris Webber would have ever went to Michigan if I was coaching University of Detroit. I would have locked the city up. I would have never let them in, Mr. Orr and company, Mr. Fisher, all those guys. No chance. Freed none of them. I would have locked the city up.
Ayayi feeds. Woolridge a little short with that shot. Gonzaga by 3, our championship game. John Chambee, Dick Vitale, Jimmy Dykes here in the Bahamas.
I tell you that Joel Ayayi has been really special off the bench. They said his development's been unreal. He's come on really strong from last year.
And here he is, Joel Ayayi. And a foul. They got that one on Teskey. And for Teskey, he collects his first. I want Joel to knock down a few shots just so I can go, ay, ay, ay.
Ay, ay, ay. You've been rehearsing that. They stood in front of your mirror.
Been waiting
and you've been rehearsing
waiting.
that.
Let's go. Petrushchev knocks it down. Gonzaga by 5.
Teskey better guard him. I mean, he's wide open right there. I'd like to get an open look like that and play. I mean, I'm only 80 years old, but I can make that 12-footer. He didn't guard him. Juwan Howard could not be happy with that defensive effort.
Wagner here. You see the tape on the wrist. He was out with a fractured right wrist. Obviously not bothering that shooting hand.
I'll tell you one thing, very skilled, multi-skilled. Juwan Howard told me yesterday, sitting down talking with him, he said, no doubt, Dick, he's playing at the NBA level.
Petrushev missing, and of course his older brother Mo Wagner in the NBA with the Wizards.
Mo did a great job for John Beilein. Let us not forget the amazing job that John Beilein did in his tenure. You talk about a pure coach. I'll be honest with you. I was shocked when I heard he was going to the NBA. I was stunned. But, you know, he wanted another challenge, another opportunity to reach another challenge. He's coached on every level.
Livers rattles at home, and Michigan has tied it up.
You talk about a key player for Michigan, You talk about multi-dimensional, it's Livers. He's a guy go inside, outside, very athletic. He's Mr. Basketball in the state of Michigan. Came out of Kalamazoo.
Timmy misses that shot. And here is DeJulius. Dick mentioned David DeJulius played big minutes yesterday with Simpson in foul trouble, and David DeJulius played very well.
He really did, Boo. You and I were impressed because we thought they were in trouble without Simpson on the floor because he's their facilitator, their catalyst.
Crossover, Simpson, over the outstretched arms of Petrushev.
What a nice little hook shot right there. He made like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I mean, a hook shot. The former UCLA super. We don't see the hook shot enough.
That one way off from Petrushev. Kispert, though, collects. Kispert from deep. And a rebound from Wagner. Michigan by 2, looking for more. Livers, got it. Isaiah Livers buries it.
I really like him. I'm going to say this here now. If Gonzaga's to leave with the championship trophy, the 3-ball's going to have to fall for them. If they don't get the 3-ball going down, I don't believe they can win this game.
Michigan on a 10-0 run. Petrushev, Teskey blocks.
Teskey, great job defensively rotating over. It was a good 2-man play by the Zags, but he didn't get a score. I like the patience and poise of the Michigan team on offense. It starts right there. Point guard play.
Teskey from outside. Rebound there from Drew Timme. Right now, Timme and Ayayi are probably the only two that you'll see off the bench for the Zags. They'll play 7.
They get good minutes. The guys with a little experience now early in the season, both of them.
There's Ayayi. He flips it up and in. Ay.
They were saying that yesterday. I think when you looked at the game against Oregon, they were saying ay. I like that, John.
I'm going to get blasted on Twitter for that, and rightly so.
Oh, come on.
Michigan by 3. John Shambi, Dick Vitale, and Jimmy Dykes. Scott Gustafson, our producer. Matt Wilson, our director. Rebound there from Kispert. Zags up ahead. Woolridge inside, goes left hand. Livers rips it down. And the junior from Kalamazoo into the front court. Versatile players. First year he had to play 4 and 5. So he's battled with the big bodies. Wagner inside, and that rolls home.
We're starting to see a little bit more of Wagner, what people projected. Remember, as you said so well, he's out for quite a while with that injury.
Ayayi again, it rattles home.
He's got the scorer's mentality. Ayayi just knows how to score. And if you don't make shots, you can't win. That was a problem with North Carolina against Michigan. They played a lot better today. Intensity, emotional, and Cole Anthony at the end was very strong in a good win over a good Oregon team.
Teskey, jumper is good, it's a 2.
I don't think he gets enough credit, this kid, how valuable he is to Michigan. I know they feel that way, but in terms of fans, when you got a big guy that can go inside, outside, that is a big plus.
And rebounds and block shots. Petrushev, Kispert puts it on the floor. Petrushev inside a good position. That was halfway down. Fight for the loose ball. There's Teskey coming away with it. Livers up ahead. Michigan by 5. Livers inside, too easy, left hand, and that'll go. And Michigan now leads by 7.
T.O. right there, baby. Mark Few saw they're not happy with their defensive effort. No one rotated over to close the driving lane.
Timeout in the court. Coming up, we'll check in with Isaiah Livers.
Isaiah, I know you're used to a fast break, but we're on an island. So how about a slow break? How's that sound?
Sounds great to me.
All right, let's do it. Isaiah, I heard a story that when you were young, your dad made you make 10 left-hand layups, 10 right-hand layups before you came in the house. What's that about?
It's just my dad want to be a perfectionist. That's kind of how I am nowadays, but my dad raised me on just being perfect in every aspect of life. You better make 10 right-hand layups, 10 left-hand layups, or you're not coming in to eat yet.
You played for John Beeline last year. You got Juwan Howard this year. What's the difference between the two?
I mean, they're both terrific guys. Coach Beeline's obviously been in the game longer as a coach, and Coach Howard just played the game. So it's kind of just a coach with real game experience and a coach who's just been coaching the game for a long time.
How are you as a swimmer?
I'm not a bad swimmer, you know, I don't prefer to swim, but if I have to, my mom prepared me for it.
My man, my man.
Isaiah Livers with Chris Spatola. And he and Kevin Brown be working our final 2 games coming up. And there is Isaiah Livers from Kalamazoo, Michigan, hometown of Derek Jeter, Mr. Basketball 2017, big recruit. What do you got?
I know you were going to get that about baseball with Jeter. I mean, Surefire Hall of Famer. Jeter, by the way, committed to Michigan. Never actually, went to really class. He signed with the Yankees, and I think he made a pretty good decision in many ways, financially and every other way.
Martinez Arlauskis has checked in for Gonzaga.
Hey, Boog, in that last Gonzaga timeout, Mark Few was furious with his guys. He said, we're doing a good job of going under the ball screen on Xavier Simpson and keeping him out of the lane. It's the other guys that are just driving us down the pipe. I mean, he challenged every one of them. Guard the basketball. We've got no chance if we can't. Doing a decent job on Simpson, but the other guys are really putting a hurt on us.
Arlauskis with a block on Simpson going to the rack. Good defense there. Tilly hesitates off the glass, and good. That's impressive from Killian Tilly.
Yeah, 2 quick baskets by Tilly. You expect that this kid would have been an All-American and not had that knee problem. We don't know how that's going to project for the entire season, but he's got ability. He can make shots, and I love players that can make shots.
Underwent knee surgery October 3rd, did Killian Tilly. DeJulius buries that one. David DeJulius, the sophomore from Detroit, knocks it down.
He's getting a lot of playing time, a lot of PT coming off that bench, and very valuable to the team. The big 3 is really hurt right now, Gonzaga, though. Simpson maybe not penetration, but his floor leadership and inside Teskey and Livers have hurt him.
Gilder inside and a point-blank look, couldn't finish, but he's fouled, and he'll shoot 2 when we come back. Our championship, Michigan by 6.
ACC Challenge, 2 powerhouse conferences, head-to-head, 28 teams, talent for days, blockbuster matchups. This is it, December 2nd through 4th.
So that is going to be a lot of fun. Big Ten ACC Challenge, rep of the Fab Five, Michigan by 6. And how about top 10 teams between the ACC and the Big Ten? Duke, Louisville, Michigan State, Maryland, Carolina, Virginia, Ohio State. You think Louisville will end up being number 1?
Yeah, I do. I definitely, unless they lose, they play tonight. If they win, they'll definitely be number 1, and I'll be there Tuesday. They could be number 1, and guess who they're playing? They're playing the Michigan Wolverines. It'll be exciting. I can't wait to get there. I'll see my buddy Bobby Valvano, all those guys. I'm just a great, great environment. Chris Mack's done a super job. The kid Wara is big time, so is Sutton. And Ryan McMahon can make shots.
You're going to be with my man Dave O'Brien.
Yeah, Obi. I can't wait to hook up with Obi.
Admit Gilder missing the first free throw.
You know what I like about Juwan Howard? You saw a little smile on his face. I love the idea he seems poised, even in tough situations when they will struggle a little bit, and I think that all rubs off on his players.
I agree. I mean, he was just having a chat with one of the refs, with Gary Maxwell, and they were sharing a laugh, and he gives that off to his team that, yeah, he's confident, and I think a smile never killed anybody during competition, you know?
A smile doesn't kill anybody in life. We need more love in our nation. We have too much hate. Don't let me get into that. That's too political. I don't want to get in that. Okay. But hey, I think Maxwell was asking Juwan, can I get an autograph after the game?
That one out of bounds. Bert Smith says that'll go the other way, and it's on Ayayi.
Big difference early in this game is that they have not been able to defend Michigan. Michigan's executing exceptionally well, getting high percentage shots, and I know Mark Few cannot be happy with their defensive effort thus far.
Yeah, 55% for the Wolverines, including 4-7 from 3.
And we thought the 3 would go the other way.
Brooks gets in the paint, steps back, shot wouldn't go, loose ball, and it ends up with Tilly.
They got to get Tilly some looks from the perimeter. He seems to be fluid, seems to have his rhythm. There it is, there's the look for him.
How about that? What else you want him to do?
I'll tell you this, he must have heard me.
He did hear you.
Looks. Come on, Tilly. Oh, that guy. I remember doing a tournament in the West Coast Conference. He didn't like miss. He had about 12 in a row over a 2-game period.
Killian Tilly, part of that international flavor that the Zags seem to have year in and year out from France.
He's from France, came from a great athletic family. As he trains that 3, man, I love the way he shoots. Just really has that tremendous follow through. You know, there's a career for kids like that. In fact, Michigan's kid, remember that kid Duncan Robinson? A lot of people never would have thought he'd play in the NBA. He started for Miami. Why? Because he can make shots, as simple as can be.
Hey, Dick, to your point about Killian Tilly, he's their problem solver. You need a 3-point shot to stretch the defense, he's going to bang one on you. You need a ball screener that can pick and pop, he can do that. The next possession, pick and run. The versatility coach of Killian Tilly could be a big factor, not only in this game, but for the Zags that maybe cut down the nets.
You know, I agree with you, Dr. Dykes. I think that's a great analysis right there. He's a very analytical, Jimmy right on top of it, a workaholic.
Ball out of bounds at the other end. Petrushev had a point-blank look at a size mismatch, couldn't put it in. And Tilly having a chat with Bert Smith there for a moment. Ayayi handling in this spot. Gonzaga down 5. It's our championship game. Tilly another 3. Rattles out. Kispert. And let's see, do they have a foul on Michigan? It'll be on David DeJulius. All right, so college football coming your way tomorrow, and it's college football primetime. Baton Rouge, Texas A&M, and number 2 LSU. Last year, LSU lost that game in 7 overtimes, 74-72. A spot in the playoff on the line for the undefeated Tigers. See if they can avenge their loss from last year. College football primetime Saturday at 7 Eastern as Wagner checks back in.
Tigers will not be denied. This team is so special. The kid Burrow looks like he's going to win the Heisman, transfer from out of Ohio State. Game tomorrow, it's really big. The Buckeyes and the Wolverines. Can Jim Harbaugh finally get a W against the Buckeyes?
Well, you already made your prediction.
Yeah, the BBDI says no way. 27-14, the Buckeyes leave Ann Arbor. But see, they don't hear me in Ann Arbor, so that's the great thing.
Wagner kicks, Brooks shot clock winding down, and Eli Brooks able to hit. They get a number of guys that can knock down shots, including the junior from Spring Grove, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, he has really been special. He's a big-time high school player. As you said, Boo got a Spring Grove, scored 2,400 points in high school.
Tilly backing down, Wagner, step back. And hits the back of the iron, and it's Michigan ball up by 7.
They don't seem to lose a beat when DeJulius comes on the floor. They still stay within their offense. They seem to execute.
Jumper from Castleton wouldn't go.
You got him the open shot, just didn't go.
Ayayi goes left hand. That wouldn't fall. One and done. Colin Castleton the rebound, and DeJulius leads them into the front court. And Brooks looks back at Jawan Howard.
You know, Castleton gives him a chance to rest Teskey, another big player. Got to get a little stronger physically.
Simpson on the bench, just a single foul for Xavier Simpson.
Fouled out yesterday.
Brooks from way downtown. Tilly the board. Here come the Zags trying to chip away at a 7-point deficit.
Tilly got a mismatch right there. Get the ball to Tilly. Ooh.
And he shoots an air ball with a guy about 10 inches smaller on him.
I thought he had really a great opportunity there.
DeJulius inside, and the foul on Petrushev. And that'll be his first. Michigan shooting free throws when we return. It's our championship game here in the Bahamas.
Wow, look at this.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Lowe's. Hurry in for Black Friday deals. Do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. And Atlantis, Paradise Island, Bahamas at heart.
Well, that's a good point. Just prove it on the court. Go beat Louisville and you be number one.
That would be pretty amazing. And my guess would be if they win this game and win that game, they probably would end up being, and you'd go from being unranked to number one.
Well, absolutely. They're going to have to play it again. You know, the way it goes right now, there's clearly not a dominant team in basketball. It's going to be an incredible season. There's going to be a lot of surprises. There's really not a dominant team. I can't wait to see Louisville because everybody tells me that team has a chance to be really special. And I can't wait to Tuesday to lay eyes on them.
Petrushev tried to flip it down to Timmy. Drew Timmy out of bounds.
Hey guys, in that last Michigan timeout, we've seen some NBA influence from Juwan Howard in his offense. That time he was talking about, don't forget about our transition ball screen. He likes Teskey running in transition. Coach setting that early ball screen, trying to get Simpson going downhill in that early offense.
Well, that's part of that influence that comes out of the NBA. He used those bigs really well on those ball screens.
Shot clock winding down. Woolridge shot blocked by Eli Brooks. Well done by him defending in that spot. And it'll go over to the Wolverines up by 7. Mark Few's team has had a hard time on the offensive end, and Michigan has certainly participated in that.
Yeah, Michigan defense has been really very solid. You know, they've got some good wins too. Like, you know, they beat Carolina, beat Iowa State, beat Creighton. And if they had right now Gonzaga, that's a pretty impressive way to head to the city in Louisville, man, to play the Cardinals, who don't have an easy game. But Western Kentucky's got a terrific kid, but Bassi, a big guy who's an NBA player.
Adrian Nunez on the floor, pretty good shooter from Michigan. Teskey off the mark. Loose ball. Ayayi up ahead. Woolridge had Simpson reaching. And now Petrushev banging. Teskey out of bounds, and it'll be Michigan basketball.
Yeah, Teskey got the advantage in that matchup right there. You know, obviously, nobody makes excuses, and certainly Mark Few would never make them, but they are playing without their full cast. The kid Watson at 6'8", good call right there, was really going to be a big impact player right away, was starting as a freshman.
Yeah, they lost Brock Rave, who is taking an indefinite leave of absence from the team. And then even the guys that they have that are healthy are banged up. Tilly missed a game the other day with knee swelling. Gilder and Woolridge both bothered with knee issues.
It's the second time a turnover and stepping on the line. You got to know the landscape of the court. You got to know where you are. You can't turn that ball over. Your club's down 9 without getting a good opportunity and a good shot. It's the second time he stepped on the line. Even me with one eye could see that baby.
9-point advantage, Wolverines.
You know, also, again, and he will not make that excuse. What about fatigue, the way they were taken so right to the wire with Oregon?
Timmy with a takeaway.
But this is a good Michigan team. It really is. You come back with the nucleus of the 3 players that John Beilein left and build around them, you got a chance to be special.
Nice work by Brandon Johns Jr. with the steal, and now it's Brooks as they try to add with a minute to go to a 9-point advantage.
I thought it was going to be a much more higher scoring game.
That one got tipped.
Size.
And the foul. Wow.
Nothing like size, man. You can't teach that. You can't teach the size he possesses.
I want to see this again.
There we go, inside. Watch this. He tips it in. Oh, I don't know about that call there. I don't know about that call there. With all the physicality that takes place on the court. Come on. He did get a little contact. Yeah, a little bit.
Really nice play, though, for him to corral it and put it back in so quickly.
I mean, that size is such a monster. It gave North Carolina all kinds of fits.
Teskey goes 7'1", 265.
Maybe Jim Harbaugh could use him tomorrow, play him at tight end, throw some passes up in the end zone to him.
Tilly flips that one up, and it'll go. Killian Tilly with the deuce. Gonzaga has the deficit at 9.
You know, as Jimmy said, when they need a big basket, they go to him, and he usually delivers. And there's an opportunity, he delivered. Pace of the game has surprised me. I thought it was going to be a faster-paced game.
Michigan this year has played at a faster pace than we've seen under John Beilein. Brooks had a great look at it. Tip is in.
What a tip! Are you serious, Teskey? Teskey, are you serious?
Wow.
Yo, he sprinted to the locker room. He's on cloud 9. Wow. He's not even going to need a plane to fly it back to Ann Arbor. Wow, what a tip! What a tip!
Great first half for Teskey and the Wolverines. We go over to Jimmy Dykes with Juwan Howard.
Coach, I heard you in the first time out talk to your guys about it's a big game. Breathe, relax. I've been in big games. You've been in big games. What's your thoughts right now as you head in that locker room with an 11-point lead?
Well, it's a possession game. One thing we have to do is not focus on we're up 11 points. We got to continue to play the game. Every possession, we got to play hard. We got to be aggressive, but we got to play smart.
Coach, Killian Tilly's a problem, though. You know that he can go on an 11, 12-point run all by himself. How do you continue to try to contain this guy in the second half?
Well, we know he's a very good shooter. He's also a smart basketball player. The key is we got to do it collectively as a unit on a defensive end. Communication is key with us. So we got to continue to make sure that we get a hand up, handball contest. He's going to make a couple open shots, but we got to make sure there's no open shots that he takes. No airspace.
Coach, thanks for your time.
All right, guys, thanks. Michigan by 11 in our championship game as they lead Gonzaga. After the break, we'll be back. Kevin Connor, Sean Farnham, and Seth Greenberg. You're watching Feast Week, presented by Lowe's. Oh, yeah. Little Rapid River. And as we get ready for our second half run, it's Michigan at the break, our championship game, and they lead Gonzaga 36-25. Welcome back to our Bad Boy Mowers battle for Atlantis. Championship Friday, and speaking of champions, the last two champs here in the Bahamas have won it all. Villanova champs here in 2017 and national champs. Will it be 3 in a row? Tony Bennett's team beat Wisconsin in the championship game and then cut down the nets. What about it, Dickie V? Can one of these two teams end up being a national champion?
You know, why not? When you look at the landscape now in college basketball, it seems to be a surprise every day in the eyes of people. All these teams are beatable. So why can't they go on a run, win 6 in a row? I mean, you can't count them out. Michigan's getting better and better in terms of their effectiveness. I tell you, Jimmy, their execution was outstanding.
Yeah, Mark, you obviously concerned coming out of the locker room. First thing he said was, Jimmy, we got out tough and we got out fought. My guys were soft. It's the first time we've been tested in that area this year. We did not respond. The second part was when we've got the ball to the second or the third side of the floor, Coach Vitale, what he said was our second action. We got great looks. He wants the ball popping to start this second half and see how long Michigan really wants to defend.
I'll tell you one thing, getting a little ball movement right here. I still think they're going to make some threes. Only had 2 in the first half. Good execution right
with
there.
the bucket.
Well, they really handled the ball well in that sequence. Got good ball movement. Whenever you get good ball movement and player movement, you usually get a good shot.
Simpson handling here, one of the best facilitators in the country. We've seen some great point guard play here in the Bahamas, the likes of Simpson, Peyton Pritchard. There's that hook again.
Halliburton.
Tyrese Halliburton, absolutely brilliant in Iowa State's first 2 games. We check out our first half stats, and they are presented by Atlantis. Gonzaga shooting 32% from the floor. Michigan almost 50%. And the Wolverines with a big advantage in terms of points in the paint.
You know, the Zags have shot for the year 47% from threes. This game here, shooting 50%. They made 2 threes for 4, but the bottom line is they got to really start getting some open looks for Kispert, who did not score from the field in the first half.
Yeah, surprising that they only took 4. I mean, in terms of just opportunity. Simpson delivers as they move the basketball. Shot clock under 10. Brooks.
The big 3 for Michigan have been a difference maker in this game. Livers, Simpson, and Teskey.
Tilly inside, Woolridge off the glass, and good.
There you talk about unselfish offense. When you talk about execution, that's been a trademark of Mark Few and Gonzaga. Good execution here to start the second half. I think he got their attention at halftime.
Wolverines have not lost, neither has Gonzaga.
Oh, you got to get that long rebound. You got to get that long rebound.
Wagner trying to spin it home. Teskey, a tip, 2 shots at it. Couldn't do it. Zags the other way. Gonzaga on the move. Tilly, feed up ahead. And a foul underneath as Admon Gilder got hammered.
Tell you one thing, a little too unselfish. Tilly had an open look right there in the lane and tried to make the extra pass to his teammate. Right there, he could shoot that ball. That's like a foul shot for him. But he got a teammate that's going to go to the line.
Foul on Livers as he picks up his first.
You know, Gilder, there's a lot of talk that maybe he wouldn't be able to play. I mean, he really took some bangs yesterday. Look at the contact right there. I think he just really went for the ball. I think they're looking to see if it was a flagrant. That was not, I don't think, a flagrant
Agreed.
at all.
No, he was just up in the air, and the way their bodies connected.
He tried to grab him right away to help him. I'd be shocked if they call this a flagrant. But then again, I've been shocked for a lot of things.
Sure.
I mean, did you have a good turkey last night? Man, I ate that turkey big time.
Absolutely.
I went out with Hoops Weiss and his wife. We had a great time at the Bahamian Club. Man, it was terrific.
Yeah, good
Ate
time.
so much, man.
They had a good Thanksgiving. Which camera? That camera? This camera?
Yeah, what camera? Where's the cameras?
Very quick. John Shambi, Dick Vitale, Jimmy Dykes with you. Day after Thanksgiving. Championship game.
No
Jamie
flagrant.
Lucky saying there'll be 2 shots and a foul on Isaiah Livers.
Well, they called it a flagrant
It is
one.
a flagrant one.
They called it a flagrant one. 2 shots. I didn't think that was a flagrant at all. I thought the kid absolutely was going for the ball. I caught him back. I agree. He's moaning and groaning. I think that right now, a little explanation being on to him. They also get possession of the ball, too.
Bert Smith giving Livers an explanation. I'm not with that call just because I think it's simply a matter of Livers got up in the air, and then you don't hear this phrase very often, but as a defender, he was kind of helpless to do anything in terms of move and get out of the way. Jimmy, what'd you think?
Well, I'm with you guys. I think that's the unnecessary contact was certainly not in play in that on that situation. It's just a basketball play being made. Interesting now, it's close enough to Juwan Howard's huddle while they're looking at it. The last thing he said to his guys, coach, no airspace. He understands this Zach can flat out shoot it. No airspace, no open looks.
Tell you one thing, that one's not intentional at all. They got possession, didn't make it count. They had possession of the ball as well. How close that gap. Should have laid that up. Should have laid that right up at an open lane. Tried to throw a lob for the spectacular dunk.
Woolridge with a foul on the floor, and they get Eli Brooks with that foul.
Tell you one thing, Gonzaga's attacking a little bit more here than they did in that first half.
Second half just getting going. Our championship, Mark Few and Gonzaga. Number 8 in the country. Michigan has looked really sharp here in the Bahamas.
Yeah, defensively and offensively.
Tilly missing that one. Rebound there. Picked up by Woolridge, and he puts it in, and no one there to contest. It's an 8-0 run here for Gonzaga.
Well, nobody blocked out. Open lane to the goal. Comes up with that rebound. Now one of the big three have to step up here. Quiet this down a little bit. That spurt, that 8-0 spurt. Oh, turnover city.
Gilder, Kispert. Couldn't hit it.
You know, he came in struggling, John, when you looked at 3 games prior to arriving here, but then he picked it up in the 2 games.
Keski from the free throw line. That's easy for him.
How good has he been? He's been terrific. He really has, the big guy.
15 points, 8 rebounds, 3 blocks.
That's pretty good afternoon of work against a quality team. There he is right there with a deflection. Deflection means you're playing aggressive basketball, stepping in a passing lane. Uh-oh.
Wagner in rhythm. And Petrushev pulls it down. Michigan by 5. Tilly with Livers on him. And Brooks trying to help take it away. Gilder will try and hit. Admit Gilder, the transfer from Texas A&M.
You know, Gilder gets the open look. You got to credit also the ability of Tilly on the floor drawing a double team and leaves people open. And Gilder took advantage of it. Comes the way of Marco Polo guy, have a traveling man from Texas A&M. Great movement without the ball. Wagner's going to be good. He is going to be special. You take it to the bank, Boog. He's going to be special. Just like when you call one of those Trout home runs. He's pretty special.
Indeed
and his
is.
bank account's pretty special.
Kispert feed, Petrushev. No foul called as that was contested. Michigan the other way up by 4. Wagner. And a foul on the Zags. They get Kispert with that one. Here in our championship game here from the Bahamas. And Big Blue, Michigan winning by 4. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball brought to you by Lowe's. Hurry in for Black Friday deals. Do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. And Atlantis, Paradise Island, Bahamas at heart. Here in the Bahamas, what a gorgeous setting for college basketball.
Wow. For swimming, for seeing the dolphins, the sharks. I mean, it's unreal. Wow, look at this, Boog. Look at this.
The field for next year, you got Duke, Creighton, Memphis. Ohio State will be here. West Virginia, Wichita State.
That's
Utah.
unbelievable.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Hey, get your tickets now, people. You better get down here. The resort itself is worth it. But to see those teams, if you're a hoops lover, that's unbelievable. Get down here. I got to call my boss up. Mr. Seisler, Mr. Schiffman, please assign me that field. I want to be here. Hope the man upstairs agrees, because when you're 80, you don't know if you're going to get tomorrow.
Easy. Let's keep it positive. Wagner now.
I like Wagner. I really like Wagner. I know we haven't seen the kind of productivity, but you just see his skills. You see the way he handles his stroke. He's going to fill out that body. He's going to be well coached. What is it not to like? Going to a little half-court trap here. Oh, he split that trap.
Look at Woolridge weaving through traffic, and then he lost the handle, and Wagner takes it away. Slings it up ahead.
Made the extra dribble. Should have given the ball up a little sooner. He did everything well. Had open looks. These guys were converging on him. He put his head down. You got to see people while you're dribbling. You can't look at the floor.
Simpson will try and hit Xavier Simpson.
Doesn't take a lot of shots, but he's an efficient guy, and he makes big shots.
The guys in that last Michigan timeout, you know, they had a double-figure lead going into half, and Juwan looks up at that timeout, and it's a single-digit lead. He told his guys, hey, you know what? They expect to win championships down there on that other end, talking about Gonzaga. But we expect to win championships too. We know Gonzaga's not going to go away, but neither are we, keeping the big picture in mind and what's at stake right now, Michigan and Gonzaga in Atlantis.
You know, Jimmy, I love that positive attitude. I do a lot of motivational speaking, and I can simply tell you, he always looks at the glass half filled rather than half empty. And that's what winners do. And he has a great passion and pride for wearing that shirt that says Michigan. He really does. He was a great hire.
Petrushev inside over Teske, rolled out. Teske the board.
Petrushev is having a tough time scoring. He got good looks down here in the low box.
Wagner puts it on the floor. Finger roll is good. Gorgeous move by Franz Wagner, the freshman from Germany.
Now you see why I like him so much. It was another example of those multi-skills that he possesses.
Petrushev working on Livers, gets it into Timmy, and Timmy contested, couldn't hit.
Petrushev did a great job with the little bounce pass to his teammate, but they get no conversion, no score out of an efficient possession.
Livers off the feed from Simpson, buries it. The lead is a dozen for the Wolverines.
This Wolverine team has weapons at every position of the floor. Point guard, the wings, the post. They are an effective team. They cover all three areas. Michigan, hail to the victors. Oh, they're singing that baby.
We're destined for greatness.
That is a fast break. He's just the consummate point guard, right?
A Sonic Blockbuster season continues with a Big Ten ACC Challenge, Tuesday on ESPN.
Our upcoming Sonic Blockbuster, Michigan State will be taking on Duke. And, okay. Whatever you say.
He wants to be Dancing with the Stars. He wants to be Dancing with the Stars. Look at him. He's floating, man. He's got a little disco, man. Look at this referee gives me a basketball.
That's right.
What's this game? I'm going to give it to you, boss. Here it is.
Yeah.
Come on, boss.
Gary Maxwell, thank you.
Thank you. Unbelievable. Throws a little rock in my way. It's incredible. I blocked that baby.
I know.
What a spurt by Michigan. Tremendous execution.
Inside, Timmy had it blocked, it looked like, by Teske.
Teske's size is such a big advantage inside. He really plays well within himself. Look, trying to post right now. They missed him. Had him on a post.
Oh, nice move by Simpson. Probably the smallest guy on the floor.
Used that left hand really well. Laying on the glass. He makes shots count. He doesn't take a whole lot of them, but he makes shots count. Takes good ones.
Foul on Wagner.
See, right there, he should have got the ball inside. He had the open guy. But he said, you know what? I'm going to make this. If I miss it, you better tip it in, Teske. But, you know, I'm not going to look at a left-handed hook shot. Fall into the deck. Mr. Simpson, big man on campus. Oh, they'll all be back in Ann Arbor cheering on their Wolverines tomorrow.
Ayayi gives off to Woolridge. Off the glass, wouldn't go, tipped out. Now Kispert, they haven't been able to get him going.
No, he has not gotten. I don't think he's scored from the field yet, has he, boss? Come on, tell me. I know, Boo, you got it down. I don't think he scored.
He has not.
Yeah. Michigan shut him down.
Timmy spins, left hand, that'll go.
Nice move right there by Timmy. Young kid from out of Texas.
Hey guys, on the baseline, I'm blown away by how alert and how much talking's going on with Michigan's defense.
Woo! Teske flying in for the dunk.
Coach Vitale, Coach, think about this. Gonzaga was averaging 24 three-point attempts per game in this tournament. So far, they have 7. Juwan Howard saying, I don't think you can make enough twos to beat us. We are not going to let you shoot threes, taking away the airspace in this game.
Yeah, he really did. He locked up the three-point shooters, and they're making their threes. This Michigan team is so effective. And I'm going to tell you, my MVP right now in the game, for this game, it's got to be the big guy, Teske. He's made big plays, and it's been contagious with everybody around him. This is a team determined to prove that when you look at the Big Ten, people talk Michigan State, Ohio State, that they're going to be a major, major factor.
17-point advantage. The Wolverines trying to lock down a championship here in the Bahamas.
Watch Teskey right now. There he comes down the lane, the big guy. Jam City. Look at Mr. Teskey. Oh, Mr. Teskey. Yes, sir. They're going to love him up in Ann Arbor.
Back here in the Bahamas from Atlantis, John Shambi, Dick Vitale, Jimmy Dykes. What a resume this guy has put together. National title appearance 2017, 21st season as the Zags head coach, 18 West Coast Conference regular season titles, and he is the active leader in winning percentage. Plus, what about this?
Well, he's going to be one of our honored guests at my Dick Vitale Gala. For people who want information, just call 941-350-0580. May 8th, the beautiful resort, the Ritz-Carlton in Sarasota. He does a wonderful job, he and his wife, helping people battling cancer. Mark Few is a winner, and that resume equates to me eventually, just a matter of time. He'll go over 600 wins after this year. He is heading for the Hall of Fame, and deservedly so.
Michigan by 17 here. Our second half, we close in on the 11-minute mark. And Simpson gets pushed, slipped down. That has been a problem here with this court from time to time, where players have just gone down and there's some type of condensation, whatever. And I don't think it's as simple as just perspiration. Just a few times it's gotten real slippery out there.
Yeah, it really has. You got to really be a little scared there.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Absolutely. This guy has been so efficient on that sideline. There were a lot of questions. You know, when many guys make the transition from the NBA, some guys have not been able to make it. I mean, there's a big adjustment learning all the NCAA rules. I said it yesterday, and I'll say it again. One of the best things he did was the hiring of his staff. He has Howard Heisley, gives him some experience, nice little jumper, and Phil Martelli brings a wealth of experience, the former St. Joe's coach, who got a raw deal in being let go by St. Joe's.
15 points for Livers. Kispert rejected. Castleton swats it.
You know, the player Teskey rubs off on a kid like Castleton. You know, we hear that saying so often. Winning becomes contagious and losing becomes contagious. And Michigan right now has got that winner's mentality. And it came over from the incredible job that was done by John Bielau. Not to underestimate anything Juwan has done, because he'll be the first to tell you. He said, I'm beneficiary of the development of the players like Teskey, like Simpson, like Livers, because of Coach Bielau.
Hey, Dick, you and I both know, as a first-year head coach, your head is spinning, man, 24 hours a day. And Juwan Howard has handled it with just great maturity. And you sprinkle in a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, I think, to prove people that said, is he really ready for this stage? And the fact that he's at his alma mater, those two things are really driving this guy. I'm blown away, though, by his ability to stay in the moment and coach this game, coach this team, play by play by play. Big-time star on the sidelines, Dick.
Starts with communication, one of the great ingredients of any leader. I don't care what's the corporate world, educational world, legal world, athletic world. Communication is vital, and he's a master communicator. Little zone defensively. Going to the zone right now, the Zags. A little matchup.
To Julius from way deep and buries it.
He says, hey, you going to zone me? I'm going to show you we can shoot the three too, baby. What a day they are having.
Michigan 8 for 16 from 3.
The way this game looks, they're not going to need a jet to get out of town. They're flying high, baby. They are flying high. What a performance. Still got a long time to go, 9+ minutes. But if this is any indication, this team is going to be really special.
Tilly puts it in.
Nice two-man play there, getting the ball inside to Tilly. I'm a big fan of Tilly's. I don't think we've seen yet the real Tilly because of all the problems he's had with injuries.
Castleton absorbs a contact, spins. Shot wouldn't go. Timmy the board. Out of bounds And it'll be Gonzaga basketball. The Big Ten ACC Challenge next week, highlighted by a couple of Sonic blockbusters on ESPN. First, number 1 Duke, number 3 Michigan State. And that comes your way Tuesday, 9:30. Wednesday, same time, number 10 Ohio State, number 6 UNC. Sonic blockbusters in the Big Ten ACC Challenge.
I think you can see Ohio State and Michigan climb the ladder a little bit. You can see obviously Duke and Michigan State drop down a little bit.
Foul the floor, says Bert Smith.
Michigan State, we know, is going to get better and better. Had tough luck there with when Cassius Winston had to go through with the loss of his brother. And emotionally, how the kid performed. You got to give your heart out to him. But I think eventually, one thing about a Tom Izzo club, they're going to get better and better and better. And you know, Coach K, bottom line is, yes, they lost that game. No question. You got to give all the credit in the world to Stephen F. Austin for that big win to end the 150-game streak. But he'll take that and get his kids to realize you got to come and play every day when you wear that Duke uniform.
Tilly off the glass and in. Got ourselves a 15-point game. Gonzaga needs a stop. Brooks wide open, buries it.
Tough to stop him when they're just shooting the ball right over the top of that zone and making threes. Guys like Brooks and DeJulius are so important to the team, and we know that they're great blenders to the 3 veteran players.
Michigan in the tournament, 47% as a team from 3.
Wow.
Timmy gets inside, left hand, little strong. Tilly fighting for the loose ball. But I think they got Xavier Simpson. Indeed, they did. So Simpson picks up foul number 2.
Fouled out yesterday. They were still effective with him on the sideline. Mr. Basketball in Ohio. Livers was Mr. Basketball in Michigan. He's the first guy to come to Michigan that won that award since Manny Harris. Remember that name, Manny Harris?
Ayayi gives off. Tilly rattles that in.
He can make that all day, man. He can make that all day. That's like a layup to him when he's wide open. And he's in a real rhythm and groove. Tilly. Both coaches like orchestra leaders on the sideline and directing their team, pointing, waving fingers, waving hands.
Brooks trying to find Teskey, and they turn it over. Gonzaga basketball when we return in our championship game, and it is Michigan leading Gonzaga by 15. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball brought to you by Bad Boy Mowers. Builds a better mower. Mow with an attitude. And Atlantis, Paradise Island, Bahamas at heart.
Tell you one thing. We're going to take a look right now at the senior leader, the catalyst, the facilitator. Here he is, Mr. Simpson, going to the goal with a little hook shot. Use that right hand hook shot. And then we take a look right here. We're going to see where they move the basketball. Great ball movement, good balance. Look at everybody, inside, outside. I mean, the big 3 have been unreal. Look at these upperclassmen. Look what they've done. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Come on, Booga, we serious? Those 3 are for real. Plus, they won over 60 games in their last 2 years under the guidance and direction of the brilliant coach, Mr. Belon.
Well, when you get Power 5 teams that have that level of experience and talent, they're usually pretty dangerous because so often we've seen the non-Power 5 teams, the mid-majors, if you will, with the experience, and that sometimes would be their advantage against the elite level teams.
Absolutely. Great point right there, buddy. Hey, you beat Iowa State, you beat North Carolina, and if this holds true, and they beat Gonzaga, they'll go from unranked to the top 10 in America. No doubt about it. My guy Seth says, well, make them number 1. Why can't we make them number 1 if we're going to make Louisville number 1? I mean, you made a good point there. But, you know, you settle that very simply. 40 minutes of basketball, Tuesday night. I cannot wait on ESPN to get there for that matchup, Louisville and Michigan.
You mentioned Iowa State. I know Michigan fans were really impressed with Tyrese Halliburton, who had 25, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. And then against Alabama, Tyrese Halliburton had 23, 11, and 9. Michigan fans really liked him.
Well, you got to like him. He's so talented. His passing ability, his vision. He's got great size. Halliburton, he's going to have a big year. One thing down there, man, at that Coliseum, They'll get 13,000, 14,000 every game.
Hilton's great.
Oh, it's great. The Cyclones, they're going to be going well. Nice steal right here.
Woolridge with the steal, up ahead, lays it in. What do you got, Jimmy Dykes?
Hey, Boogan, that last time out, Mark Futon and his guys, we're not going away in this game. That's not who we are. He said, if I go back zone, all 5 spots have to get out to shooters. They're making shots. We cannot play a shrunk zone. And on the offensive end, Dick, his 3 play calls, let's get the ball to Killy and Tilly. He knows he's got a guy on the floor capable of getting them right back in this game.
Well, the 3 can change the complexion of the game. Jimmy, you know, covering the game so many years, the bottom line is one guy gets hot with a couple of threes. It gives you momentum, Uncle Mo. And they have not had Uncle Mo yet in this game. Michigan has had momentum, but they have not.
Yeah, but if Gonzaga is going to come back and win this game, or at least make it really tight, then
the 3-ball has to be effective.
Jamie Luckey, Bert Smith having a conversation.
Backcourt.
You know, I think he caught it in established possession in the front court. And now they're going to say backcourt. Yeah,
I thought it was backcourt. I definitely did. Caught the ball, step back with it. Mark Fuson agrees with the call.
Now you see, he holds that sign up. That's a picture of P.J. Tucker, and that is the indication to communicate. That's what that sign means.
Because Tucker is a communicator.
There you go.
He has pictures. He got D. Wade's picture.
What if he held up your picture? Inside Timmy with the bucket, and all of a sudden the lead is 11.
It's 11. Now you got to come up with some stops and maybe get some looks for a 3 out of Tilly. Mark Fuson, hell of a coach. As he said, we're not going to quit, not going to fold the tent. Michigan's played exceptionally well. Look at that. Look at that play. 2-man play. I'm going to jump out of my seat. Are you kidding me? You can't design that better. You do that in clinics. U.B. Brown, when he dissects and analyzes the 2-man game, will break it down and analyze and take the angle and the entry right there. What a brilliant play. Brilliant play. Brilliant play. I'm going to say it again. Brilliant play. Take a look at right here. Watch this bounce pass. Manny Jensen. Hey, Chesky going to get me the MVP award. I mean, Chesky's been a man among boys here. I know the Cars just jumped out of their seat. Jason and Tammy Carr out in Ann Arbor. Beautiful people. They lost their beautiful son, Chad Tuff. Lost in the battle against DIPG brain cancer. A disease that we got to all research and get money for. And I mentioned that, got a beautiful note from them. They're watching the game up in Ann Arbor. I was lucky enough and fortunate enough to get an award I wish I didn't have to get. Award that they gave out for working and trying to raise money for kids battling cancer. 900-some people in Ann Arbor at Chrysler Arena, and I was proud to get that award, but really wish I didn't, because if we solved this problem, we wouldn't have that dilemma. Anyway, wish my best to the Cars. Lloyd Carr, by the way, it's his son, Jason, former coach.
Brooks fires and puts it in. Eli Brooks, he's been one of the unsung players for Michigan here in the Bahamas.
Yeah, no question, Boo. He got 23 last night, made 4 threes. This is a much better Michigan team. Now, I'm going to be honest, that I expected to see here. Much better. I knew they'd be good, but they're better than good. They're better than good.
Michigan a 13-point advantage as we close in on 5 to go. John Shambi, Dick Vitale, and Jimmy Dykes. Our championship game.
I think 2 teams in the Big Ten better than what people thought as the season rolls on. Right here, one Ann Arbor and one in Columbus, Ohio. I mean, I really believe that. These 2 teams are legit top 10 teams.
Gilder pull up off the mark. Teskey the board. Teskey is 15th rebound. He's having a big-time game. A breakout game. He's had some good games before, though, but this has been special. For Teskey, by the way, the rebounds 15, a career high. Simpson livers from deep. And it goes.
He's feeling it. He's feeling it. He's a pro, man. He's a pro. And no doubt about it. Isaiah Livers. They love him up in Ann Arbor. Oh, wow. What a show we're seeing out of the Wolverines. Amazing. Blue.
Isaiah Livers burying it from deep, 21 points. And a huge smile. Michigan in control.
I'd smile if I had that ability.
Coming up tonight on the 11 o'clock Sports Center, the Bucks looking for their 10th straight win. The Lakers, same thing. And then Chase Young, a breakdown film session with the Ohio State star, one of the best players in college football. Sports Center after South Florida, UCF.
I think the Lakers are going to win the NBA title. I think the addition of Anthony Davis, I think LeBron's having an MVP kind of year. I really believe the Lakers are the team to beat. I like Milwaukee. I don't like Giannis, but I'm saying Lakers, baby. Lakers, Anthony Davis, and LeBron.
I've watched Michigan now the last 3 days. I don't think you have to be great this year to win the national championship. I think you got to be really, really good. You got to be old and check a lot of boxes. I believe Michigan does it. Think about this, guys. The last two national champions, they won Atlantis before they went on and cut down the nets at the Final Four. Dick, I'm asking you right now, on a neutral floor, I think Michigan can beat anybody out there. Do you agree with me?
No, absolutely. I think right now, as we said earlier in the telecast, that it's so wide open, everybody's capable of beating anyone. It really is. And why can't they win 6 in a row with the right matchups? I don't think there's any doubt about it. This is a legitimate, solid basketball team at every area of the floor. I've always believed when I coach, if you're strong at the point guard slot, and they are with Simpson, if you're strong in the wings, which they are with Livers and guys like Brooks, and you're strong in the post like they are with Teskey, you cover every major area of the floor. So what is there not to like? They're well coached. They got a brilliant coaching staff. In addition to Juwan Howard with Martelli, Isley, and company, this club is a legit contender.
Dick, he has really relied heavily also on Phil Martelli, as you talked about, just the experience and maturity and the confidence of Juwan Howard to know what he doesn't know as a head coach. You know what I'm saying? Well, the other thing about Michigan is I think Juwan Howard coaches the game and sees it through the eyes of a big guy. And when it gets crunch time, he's got a load now in Teskey that he can play through for the rest of the season.
I'll tell you one thing, he's also got some nice recruits coming in. He's got a top 10 class, according to our guy Paul Biancardi, who does a great job. I mean, he's got a kid coming in, Zep Jackson. He's a 6'9 player, really talented. Now, Isaiah Todd from out of North Carolina, a 6'9 very skilled player. So things are moving up in recruiting as well. And I think a performance like this takes that to another level.
Shot no good. Timmy Petrusev, loose ball. Simpson ends up with it. Simpson, left hand, spins it off and in.
He just knows how to play. Tremendous basketball IQ. Just a solid, cerebral point guard.
Offensive foul as Woolridge charged with that one. I mentioned that Michigan staff, and obviously Phil Martelli, a guy who's made an impact. Take another look here. I think we got a little flop, maybe, or at least a sell. And there's Howard Isley. You mentioned Paul Biancardi when he was an assistant at Boston College. He coached that guy in the middle, Howard Isley, when Howard was playing for Jim O'Brien. They got to the Final Eight, 1994.
Yeah, Paul did a good job up there. Paul's doing a great job on a rating of our high school players. He does a good job. That's not an easy task. People love those recruiting tidbits.
Yeah.
Phil Martelli sees the same barber I do, and I know one thing. I did research on this. He doesn't give a guy a tip like I do. You believe the guy charges me $40 and I lay a $10 spot on him? For what? What's he cutting?
Yeah, he's not doing anything. It's true. But here's the thing.
Like the guy.
You tightened it up a couple of years ago. You didn't go with the side salad. You got rid of it.
Yeah, Amir, my guy, Amir the barber, does a great job down at Barber Shop in Lakewood Ranch.
Did we just promo Amir the barber?
Yeah, Amir the barber. Maybe I don't have to give him that. Maybe he might give me a free haircut. Jeez.
Well, then a $20 tip you got to give him.
Tonight I go for some nice paisan food right here at the Royal Tower. Can't wait to go there and mangia some nice ravioli. Marinara. When you're dealing with a game that's a blowout now, you're looking for time to have a little fun. Come on, man, we can't overanalyze it. Very simple.
Well, there's not much left to analyze with this one. It's been Michigan. And even though the result showed a smaller score as far as going up against North Carolina, they really thumped North Carolina as well.
They've won 3 good games here, considering they're going to win this game. And you know the Zags are going to get better. But look at this play.
Simpson, unbelievable. A 13-point, 13-assist game.
I'd get him out. He's limping a little bit. He's grabbing his hip. He's limping.
I'll tell you the other thing, Dick, as far as Simpson, and I know he fouled out, the minutes were limited, but Xavier Simpson, in the first matchup, he turned it over 8 times their first game. He's turned it over 3 times since their first game.
Wow. Yeah, I thought he'd take him out.
First game here, I should say. So, but he'll go grab a seat with Michigan up by 19, $1:43 to go, and it looks like the Wolverines are going to be our champs.
Oh, no question. Coaches all giving handshakes to one another on that sideline. They smell the W in the championship ceremony. No doubt about it. Let's not forget Mr. Washington on the sideline as well. He does an excellent job with the players, gets them all fired up. When they come into the locker room, I was watching it before the game. But the one thing about Mark Few, this team will get back. People are going to pay for this kind of performance. Opponents. They will get back and go on an incredible run. They got a big date over at the Kennel, which is a great place to play basketball. Great date. North Carolina's coming in there.
Yep. Roy Williams' schedule is brutal. They got Ohio State. They have Virginia before the end of the year. And you mentioned that game, non-conference in Spokane.
You know, Seton Hall, too, is a very good team. Seton Hall really is an outstanding team. They're going to play Maryland. They got to go to Rutgers, Iowa State.
And our 21st annual Big Ten ACC Challenge continues as you have Duke and Michigan State on Tuesday.
Also Louisville
and Michigan.
Yeah.
And you'll be there.
Absolutely, looking forward to it.
You'll be broadcasting with the world's most interesting man, Dave O'Brien.
Obi, what a great guy Obi is, no question about it.
I think great is overstating. I like him.
No, he's oh, look at everybody's in the act. Everybody's in the act. Oh, wow. All you Zag fans, hope you learn a little bit more like Gallo when we honor Mark Few. Also, all you beautiful people can go get a chance on a brand new red Mercedes convertible. Just go to dickvitelonline.com and you can get a beautiful red convertible. All the money goes to the V Foundation for cancer research for kids. Nothing more dear to my heart. So again, go to dickvitelonline.com, get your raffle chance. You better get one. You better get one.
I need a Mercedes. Am I going to fit in that thing, though?
Oh, you would look so good. You would look so good in that red convertible.
Well, the story here hasn't been red. It's been maize and blue.
Oh, it's been maize and blue. Championship moment here for the Wolverines. A great way to start your coaching career, to beat a future Hall of Famer and have a dominant performance. The Wolverines, to put it simply, they were awesome, baby, with a capital A.
82-64 the final. That's right, Michigan, Xavier Simpson, they're the champs. And how you doing, Lima, Ohio? Simpson was brilliant. The Wolverines, they certainly earned it with wins over Iowa State, North Carolina, and Gonzaga. And Michigan over Gonzaga 82-64. John Teske was so good. Livers as well. And Teske, our player of the game, presented to you by Bad Boy Mowers. Teske affecting the game on the glass, scoring and blocking shots. And those 15 rebounds represent a career high for the senior. We mentioned Xavier Simpson. Well, both Teske and Simpson schoolboy players competed against one another in Ohio. And our winning coach standing by with Jimmy Dykes.
Hey, Juwan, it's not your first time on the big stage, but it's your first time on the big stage as a college coach. What did you learn about yourself these past 3 days?
Well, I learned that I have a great staff that I trust. I learned that I'm confident in who we are as a group and as a staff. We're a connected group, man. And this is a great example of all of us being connected and being all in.
You know, about 30 seconds ago in the ball game, you turned around and looked at the maize and blue fans behind your bench and pointed at them. How does that feel? How's your alma mater to look at those fans and say, you know what, we got us a championship?
Well, you know, we're in Nassau, Bahamas. It's not an inexpensive trip, as well as there are a lot of people that are not only just our fans, but our family that came over, trekked over the waters to be here and support this team. And we're very appreciative, thankful, and grateful. And I just got to let them know that with all they've done, it wasn't just us. They had a major part, major role in this.
Juwan, your tears at the press conference were real tears. Coaching at your alma mater, I think, can sometimes put a little extra pressure on you as well, but you've embraced that pressure with a I will not let you down mentality. Am I right or am I wrong?
I'm from Chicago, South Side. I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot of adversity. And this is not new to me, man. Talk about pressure, yeah. I embrace pressure. You know, I'm not going to run from it. You know, I've done this all my life. Basketball is something I have been doing since I was 6 years old. I love this game. I'm passionate about it. Now I'm being able to serve and help these young kids, man, that will develop and become men. It's my calling. I'm very blessed. Thank you, God.
Juwan, congratulations, my man.
Thank you.
Congratulations. You will coach on a Monday night in April sometime in your career.
Appreciate that.
Boog.
All right, Jimmy, they earned it. No question about it. Juwan Howard and the Michigan Wolverines, they are the champs. Yeah, I like it. The coach.
Oh, yeah.
Show
Oh,
it.
yeah. Do it, Juwan. Do it, baby. Shake it. Motown, little Motor City. Oh, he's got the little shuffle there. Oh, wow. You can see players love him, man. They love him. And I love working with you, my man.
Back at you, pal.
Good
Happy
time.
Thanksgiving to you and your family and everybody out there.
Next time I'm to see you, Stanford and Kansas out there in Stanford.
That will be fun. Michigan, they are the champs here in the Bahamas. Thanks so much for joining us. Up next, college football scoreboard, followed by Big 12 college football between West Virginia and TCU. For Dick Vitale, Jimmy Dykes, and our entire outstanding crew, John Schaube saying so long from the Bahamas. Now we send it to the studio. Matt Berry with Joey Galloway and Jesse Palmer.